that these would be what's called hot tapped or wet tapped. So basically, it's a live main. You put a drill that taps into the main, and then it inserts a corporation stop, which is a shutoff valve, and then you're able to attach the meter to that. It's a fairly common practice, and that's how DPW would install, say, a new service to a new residence. However, typical diameters for residential supplies are 3/4 inch, so the village just doesn't have 2-inch taps.
Okay, all right, great. No, thanks, I appreciate it. Just wanted to kind of understand the scope.
Yeah, the idea is to make this as least invasive as possible to the existing infrastructure. There are other options to put mainline meters in, but you would need to shut down the water mains, cut the pipe, physically install the meters, and that could be more laborious, and it also could impact some users, and we're trying to avoid that.
Okay, great. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Jay, do you have anything to add?
I do not. It all seems pretty well thought out.
Meets the smell test to you?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I will also point out that I'm a structural engineer.
Ah, good excuse. Okay, so I'll go ahead and read the resolution. Resolution to conclude a seeker review pursuant to New York State Environment Quality Review Act related to renovation and replacement in kind of existing infrastructure. Whereas the Village of Tuxedo Park Board of Trustees Village seeks to undertake capital projects consisting repairing, replacing, or renovating portions of its water distribution system of the following description, collectively village water infrastructure projects. 1, Tuxedo Lake water main replacement, seeker type 2 action. 2, water treatment and plant upgrades, seeker type 2. 3, East Village water main repair and upgrade, seeker type 2. Relocation of Tuxedo water meter, seeker type 2. Whereas the village owns and maintains substantial infrastructure for the conveyance and treatment of water consisting of water mains, pumps, and water treatment facilities. And whereas these facilities require construction and repair from time to time to renew critical infrastructure that provides a benefit to the public, and that construction includes repairing, replacing, or renovating such infrastructure. And whereas the State Environment Quality Review Act, seeker, and the regulations thereunder require the village to undertake a review of potential environmental impacts, if any, associated with the project before undertaking same. And whereas repair, replacement in kind, and renovations of existing underground utilities are classified as type 2 under 6 NYCRR Part 617.5 and are not subject to seeker review, whereas the village water infrastructure projects proposed to the village to be completed meet the type 2 definition of type 2 work under section 6 NYCRR Part 617.5. Now therefore be it resolved that the Village of Tuxedo Park Board of Trustees concludes that no further action is required and seeker is thereby concluded for this project. But be it further reserved that a copy of this resolution will be sent to the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation as an involved agency. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Tinka. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Trustee Brooke?
Yeah, aye. I'm sorry, I was on mute.
No problem. Okay, the ayes have it. Moving on to resolution number 2. Resolution of the Village Board of Trustees of the Village of Tuxedo Park authorizing certain actions relating to a grant application pursuant to the New York State Water Infrastructure and Improvement Act, known as WIIA. Whereas the Village of Tuxedo Park Village Board is applying for grant funding pursuant to the New York State WIIA program offered through the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation, EFC. And whereas the village board desires to obtain grant funds to assist in completing the following village upgrades. 1, Tuxedo Park water main replacement. 2, WTP clean well upgrades. That's the water treatment plant. 3, East Village water main, and 4, relocate Town of Tuxedo water meter, herein the village water infrastructure projects. And whereas the village board intends to finance a portion of the project via issuance of a bond, and whereas the WIIA grant application requires this resolution to be approved by the village board as part of the application process, now therefore be it resolved that Section 1, the above whereas clauses are hereby incorporated by reference as set forth in full herein. Section 2, the village board hereby authorizes the undertaking of the village water infrastructure projects at a maximum total cost of $252,0700, including village financing in the amount of $1,008,280 for the village water infrastructure projects. Section 3, the village board hereby declares that in addition to the proposed grant funds in the amount of $1,512,420, the village hereby commits to expending $1,008,280 from village financing, constituting the village portion of the funding of such village water infrastructure projects. Section 4, the village board hereby designates Mayor David McFadden as the village representative who shall be authorized to sign the funding agreement with the EFC, as well as any associated documents. Section 5, the village board intends to issue a debt for the village water infrastructure projects in the form of a bonding. Section 6, the mayor or any other village official, employee, or consultant at the mayor's direction is hereby authorized to take any and all necessary steps and necessary actions to carry out the provisions of this resolution. Section 7, this resolution shall be effective immediately. May I have a second?
Second,
Chris on that.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions or discussion? All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Sorry, Mike, I had a question.
Yes.
Is this, does that cover, it sounded to me like that we are going to fund it, right?
It
And-
says that we're committing to a bond funding.
Right, okay. And then are you doing another one to resolution to approve the engineering fees for the grant application?
Yeah, that's what this does. It does. And it also, as another component of it, the balance will be funded by bond. But this authorizes the fees, the way I'm reading it.
Okay, so I just had a question about those numbers. Does that sound right to you, Joe?
I'll have to pull
Four
up the
projects.
worksheet. Bear with me for a
Yeah.
moment.
Oh, I see, yes. Okay, so $1,008,000, right? $1,008,280. Is that what you have, Mac?
That's for the total financing.
Yeah, okay, so it's just $1,008,000. Okay, all right. I misunderstood. I thought you said $1,800,000. Okay. Got
Well,
it.
that's probably my dyslexia. I apologize.
No. Okay,
Okay, so I'm going to recall the vote unless there's any other questions. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Ayes have it. Okay, thank you. All right, so remaining on the agenda is a resolution to approve the portable water meters. And as I suggested earlier, I think we should probably do a not to exceed, so we don't have to come back if we're going to pick 2, 3, 4, or 5 meters. Do the trustees sanction that?
yep, not to exceed
I'm
what?
fine with that.
25?
I was thinking 25,000.
Yep.
I don't think we're going to get there. But obviously, if you're going to surpass that, Joe, you'll let us know. But my understanding is that these are around $5,000 each, and you're looking at 3, maybe 4, which would bring us up to 20. And then I put a $5,000 cushion in. It doesn't matter. It's just a matter of numbers. And so,
So is the village gonna self-perform the wet tapping of the mains?
why?
Because that's a component as well. So the wet tapping is the installation of the meters themselves. So the capital cost, the purchase cost of the meters is around $5,000 per meter.
Right,
Then, either an outside firm would have to be.
right. But we're not
brought
talking,
in.
we're not talking about hiring a vendor. We're talking about approving the purchase.
Okay,
So, I don't think we need to worry about that right now.
okay,
Suffice to say that there's going to be other costs associated with this.
Right.
In terms of the labor and how we contract it out.
correct. Yes, I
Um,
just want to make sure that was understood. Yep.
Okay, very good. I have the 4-inch portable meter at 4,908. Same with the 6. 8-inch is 5,232. So I think that 25 is plenty. So why don't I proceed in that manner? Be it resolved that the Board of Trustees approve the DPW purchase and installation of portable water meters to help track leaks in the system under the guidance of Weston and Sampson, not to exceed the total amount of $25,000. May I have a second?
Second,
That's Tinka.
Thank you.
Any discussion? Okay. All in favor?
aye.
Hey,
Thank you. Ayes have it. All right, so do we have any other matters that anyone has on the board that you'd like to discuss?
I just wanted to ask the question. So we provided a proposal to prepare the grant application project, the grant applications for the East Village water main, the water treatment plant clear well upgrades, and the Tuxedo water main, water meter relocation project. Was that included in that prior resolution, or does that need to be?
Okay, so to make sure, because I think that's the point Tinka was making, why don't we do a separate resolution to cover that? Do you have that quote? You can share screen. We can let you share screen.
Sure. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Be a good boy.
Yeah, I've heard about instances. As long as John gives me the rights, I'm ready to share it.
I got to pull off in about 45 seconds, so I may just pull disappearing act.
No problem, because we still have a quorum. Thank you,
not
Chris.
allowing me to share it at the moment. The total cost is $12,600. It's broken out. East Village water main, $5,300.
You know what? Why don't you read it, and I'll accept it, and that'll be the resolution. So
You want me to read the entire proposal?
no, I'll just go. You can just read the lump sum,
Sure.
because we're all aware of what yeah.
Lump
So
sum for the-
let me just start off the resolution.
Sure.
All right, be it resolved that the Board of Trustees approve the fees for Weston and Sampson to submit grants for the 4 aforementioned projects, and the amounts are
$5,300 for East Village water main. $3,200 for the water treatment plant clear well upgrades. $4,100 for Tuxedo meter relocation, for a total of $12,600.
accepted. Do we have a second?
Second,
That was Tinka.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so any discussion? All in favor?
aye. Paul,
Well,
yep, I'm in favor.
as am I. So that would be a majority. The ayes have it. All right, so again, before we go on our way, I want to thank Joe. Greatly appreciate all the work you put in this for us. And John Ledwith, again, for all the work he's done on this. And Trustee Shaw for the work she's done on this. And Joshua, nice to meet you. We look forward to working with you. Anything else?
So do I.
This meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you very much. We'll be in touch.
All
Thank
right, perfect. Thank you.
You don't need to get a vote to adjourn.
Oh, that's right.
I love that because I get to
It's
go.
so handy when you say who the second is. It really helps. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So we have a question, guys. That is whether or not the one resolution where we talked about bonding covered his fee or not.
That's what you did at the end, the
Right.
12,060.
Right. So if it, yeah, it's good we did it,
Yeah.
just in case.